Well, this is one thing I remembered from last time being here, that it was not level.
Well, I heard you crying loud all the way across town. You've been searching for that someone, and it's me out on the prowl as you sit around feeling sorry for
Folks,
yourself.
we did it. We hit 100,000 with the van. Now we just need to get 100,000 subscribers. What a cool moment. Moving down the road, we do have half of a new engine, so I don't know if that counts, but we are at 100,000 on the ProMaster. We have had some pretty epic adventures in this thing. I might actually drop in a little recap here in a second.
Well, don't get lonely now, and dry your wide eyes. I'm just roaming for the moment, sneezing my backyard's a tight cat. So uptight you've been thinking about ditching me. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around.
Folks, welcome to the channel. Sorry I had to break in with breaking news on our adventure, but we hit 100,000. My name's Dave. Welcome to Van Camp 402. I am a retired Omaha firefighter. We like to do a little weekly van camp in here. Thanks so much for coming along. It is chilly today, and we are out on a great adventure. I do have a couple of bonus items back there. Navy and Sookie are with me. We'll introduce them for you, and we'll get this adventure started. Thanks for being here.
Well, I heard it all before, so don't knock at my door. I'm a loser and a user, so I don't need no accuser to try and slack me down, because I know you're right. So go do what you like, make sure you do it once. You may find out that your self-doubt means nothing was ever there. You can't go forcing something if it's just not right. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. Search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. When I come around.
Ah, it's just beautiful out here today. It is cold. The wind chill is, God, I can't remember what they said it was going to be this afternoon. It's like 3 or something. Got the van back behind me. We have stopped here a couple of times. This is where we did the Aurora when we saw the Northern Lights. We came up here that night. Absolute blast. And man, was that a cool spectacle to witness. Right now, all I'm doing is getting the dogs out for a minute. We're still about 20 minutes from camp. Just wanted to stop, stretch my legs, get out, let the dogs go to the bathroom. And we are gonna go up to the top. Just want to show you this view again. It's a really cool spot out here. Murray Hill, highly recommend it. And this is also, I think this is the start point for Brent's Trail. And that is something I highly suggest if you're in Western Iowa and you like to hike a little bit, hit Brent's Trail. We've done several sections of it before, and it is just an incredible time. I was worried about the dogs being a little too cold. Right now, they're just running around having a blast. So I think they're gonna be okay. Let's get up to the top of this hill and I'll show you what's going on. We're almost to the top up here. Really, it's felt good to get out, stretch the legs for a minute. Been in the car about, I don't know, 50 minutes or so. Dogs are definitely ready to get out for a second. We're gonna have a great camp. It is cold. That is our theme. It's supposed to be a negative, I think negative 15 or something wind chill tonight. I did bring some firewood, so we'll see how that goes. Folks, really appreciate everybody that's here. And I wanted to get to this early in the video. I'm gonna go ahead and drop in our little segment on what everybody got for Christmas. Let's see what we got for some outdoor adventures, and maybe everybody else gets some cool ideas. Kind of like having your kids when you go hiking in the mountains. All they keep doing is going right next to the edge. Oh man, I'm not worried about me. I can't control them sometimes when they do that stuff. God dang it, drives me nuts. They are having some trail erosion up here pretty solid. This less soil is real fragile. It's almost like sand, and it can be eroded real easy. And I'm sure they'll get this all dialed in. This is part of the Les State Forest, and it's a pretty cool thing to have so close to Omaha and a big metropolitan area, to be able to, like, really feels like you just get out. They have primitive camping, off-grid camping that's free, all sorts of cool things that they offer here. Highly recommend it. Let's go. Let's go. Good girls. Good girls. Yep, let's get a treat. Whew. All right, we got the dogs back in. Man, I'm thankful for these sunglasses. My wife got me these for Christmas. I don't know that I'd do the blue again, because it does add a tint to it, but I really like the style. These are a Shady Rays. Couldn't recommend them more. I've been wearing Shady Rays for a really long time, so it kind of fit right in. So right now the temperature's 16, the wind chill is 3, and if you're out of the wind and in the sun, you don't feel a lot of it, and that's one of those Midwestern things, isn't it? My face is frozen, I can't even talk. All right, let's get in the van and let's get to camp. It is a chilly one. Oh, I gotta get the dogs a treat. They were so good. We do have these Amaro snacks we found at Sam's Club, I believe. And they have just been loving these things. They're like little wrapped sausages. Good girls. All right, let's get to camp. Dang it, these campgrounds in the wintertime can be a little frustrating. It says they're open year-round, and I'm not seeing a way to get back to the campground. It looks like it's all blocked off. It hasn't been plowed. I just don't get it. Why do these folks do this? And even on the website it says, I think July 31st it's closed. I am going to go up one more area here, and then we're gonna have to make a phone call or something. Well, folks, as you can see over my shoulder, we have the Willow Lake Visitor Center here. They get 2 thumbs down. I'm sorry. The website is not clear cut that they closed the campground, and it's closed. They said after the first snowfall that they don't plow anymore and that's closed. I'm like, well, should have that on your website. It pretty much shows the campground's open year round. So we're gonna have to adapt and overcome here a little bit and find a different spot. Winter camping in the Midwest, this is what you run into. I had double checked this place several times and I figured it was a total year-round, no problem. But evidently it's not. So just for you folks out there, Willow Lake is a seasonal campground. Well, so right now we're going to get my tried and true friend iOverlander out and my Google Maps, and we're just gonna have to try and find something else. Such a bummer. I've got the dogs with and everything. I just hate driving any more than I have to because of stuff like this. I'm almost about ready to swear. These deals, man, do they upset me sometimes. It's frustrating. Just put on your website that you're closed. It's so easy. Even put on there after the first snowfall, we're closed. Don't make people drive all the way out here for nothing. Gosh, dang it. What do you folks think? We need power, and now I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. God dang it, so frustrating. God, I just don't want to drive all this. Maybe we how do you folks feel? Maybe I take the dogs and we go back to Oldham. That's one of the closest ones. God, it's still 30 minutes. That was a great spot. I know I've just been there, but I just don't want to drive a ton today. We've already been in the car a ton. How far is Wooding Woods? 45 minutes. See, I don't want to do all that. Well, folks, I hate going back to a quarter mile. Turn left onto Oneida Avenue. All right, thank you, Google. I hate going back to a park we've been to pretty recently, but it's pretty much the closest one that's going to give us electric, and I'm 100% sure it should be open. Man, Harrison County, you dropped the ball on this one. This one stinks. And actually, the ranger's been pretty cool with me on stuff, but for them to just close the campground like that is a bummer. God dang. This is one of those too, where Willow Lake is, you're kind of dropped in, there's nothing close. So I'm kind of in the heart of the Les Hills, and Oldham is 32 minutes away, and that's kind of the closest one. So this is just... Turn left onto Oneida Avenue. All right, thank you, Google. We're gonna hop, skip, and jump on some gravel. Hopefully it goes okay, and Google doesn't take me on some bad roads here. Just a bummer. I was ready. On Oneida Avenue for 1 mile. Thank you, Google. Just a bummer. I was ready to get out with the dogs, get plugged in, and be in camp. And now we're not. So the one thing I can do at Oldham, I can throw the drone up in the air, and we're just gonna try and make this work. The joys of winter camping. Kind of interesting. They got a little burn pile going there. Looks like we're good here. The road's even plowed, and we hopefully can just slide right into camp. Like I said, I was just here, and if you folks, not a lot of folks watched the video, but it was pheasant hunting and van camping, and we are back in that spot. We might have to get a little aggressive and get off road here. Here we go. All right, we made it. Okay. I'm gonna get set up, folks. I gotta get the dogs out. Well, this is one thing I remembered from last time being here, that it was not level. And I think I'm gonna have to, this left front is even worse. I wanna do it right this time. Woo! It is cold. I do have the dogs back in the van real quick. We don't have time for shenanigans. Okay. One more on this side. We're gonna do that. Good. I think we're official. We'll see. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Here come the doggos back out. Yep, I think we're way better level in here. Yep. One of the things I am concerned about, and it scares me to death down there on the water, real thin layer of ice. And that is perfect for a dog to like, oh hey, I'm gonna go walk out on this, and can get in trouble real quick. So I'm just gonna have to kind of try and keep them away from the water for a little bit. Let's get set up. Maybe we get a fire started to warm up. We definitely need to get plugged in. First order of business. Well, we're getting close to where I can officially say I feel like we're in camp. Both dogs are still pretty anxious. We're plugged in. I tried to get us as level as possible. Man, this has more of a slope down. I kind of backed up a little bit. And man, it just feels like we're falling downhill. I think it's gonna be okay for a night. It's just a really cattywampus spot. I think I'm gonna fix that though. I need to get the windshields in to, sorry, dog hair everywhere. Just need to get this in for some insulation. It has warmed up really nice. It's saying 60 in here right now, 59. And once we get this stuff put in, we'll be doing good here. For a -3 wind chill to be 60 degrees in the van, I'll take that. Ooh. A little bit of snow on there. All right, let's get our envelope here and get registered. They only got one left. They need to refill. We are cranked. All right, let's go for a quick walk. Feels good to get out, walk a little bit. We're just gonna try and stay on the road. That snow is that really fine, it's almost like sand, and it gets in their paws horrible. I do have my Nikon with a 35mm, and then I also brought the Nikon with the 180 to 600, and just hoping maybe we can capture a couple of images. I don't know if you remember from the last time we were here, there were the swans that were out on the lake, and man, I really enjoyed that. And I don't see them out here today, but we do have our big telephoto lens, and let's try and capture some images real quick. Good place to be. I think we gotten a couple of good still images. Still working our way back. The sun is setting so quickly, and I remember from last time I really wanted to get my drone up here, so I want to get back while we still just have a tiny bit of light, just do a little bit of drone work for you. I think the dogs are starting to get a little chilly. It's really nice down in this valley. The wind just gets cut down really well. I'm excited to be back in this camp. I do apologize that we were just here, just a couple, 3 weeks ago, but I knew then it was a great camp to be able to get back up here. Man, Willow Lake, I'm really, that's one of those, it's a bummer. And people talk about in van life, sorry, I'm out of breath, we're trying to hurry back. People talk about in van life, what is it, location confusion or something along those lines, how much it takes energy out of you to try and find a campsite for the night. And like, this should be shooting ducks in a barrel. I'm not trying to like find some free BLM land or anything like that. These are campgrounds that have websites and all this type stuff. Shouldn't be this hard, but everything happens for a reason. We're keeping it positive. We're in camp. I've got the dogs. I think we're gonna have a great night. So we're gonna get back, get that drone up in the air.
I think Navy's stuck up there. She heard a mouse in the leaves, and then now she's not leaving it alone. She's kind of cute.
We got our camera. We're gonna walk down and do a couple of quick pictures. We have a pretty solid sunset going right now, and we'll check back in a little bit for dinner. That's better, isn't it? Man, that's a cool little thing. I'm shooting on a GoPro, and it has this little light feature that I really appreciate. Well, we got a good fire going right here, as you can see. Not a bad night in camp at all. Sookie just wants to play ball right now. Let's keep her in the game. Man, that's all she wants to do. It is chilly out here, folks. The fire actually is helping. It feels really good. You have to be pretty close to it to get any effect, but glad I started it. Feels good. I don't know how late we'll go into the evening with it, but for right now, we've got a great fire going. See, the van here is all plugged in and toasty warm inside. It's amazing how every time I open that slider, and that's part of bringing the dogs, but every time I open that slider door, the temperature drops probably 20 degrees. And then it takes, I don't know, I've been trying to time it a little bit. It's about 20 minutes for it to, you know, get about halfway back up. So right about now it's 48 degrees in the van. We've opened the door a couple of times, and I do have the front windscreen in, and I probably should get that curtain across and just try and lock us in, because it is supposed to be that cold tonight. Like I said, in the morning, they are forecasting, what was it, -12, -13 wind chills. And that's going to be chilly. So we always do really well in here. My favorite time to be out. 6 months from now, this place is going to be packed. And if it's cold and I have it to myself, I'll take the cold. All right, Sookie's mad at me. I haven't thrown the ball here for a few seconds. She's down there. You folks probably can't see her. She's down there waiting. Next stop is dinner. I think I said that in the last clip. And I'm going to try and do something a little different for me. I'm going to do some pink salmon in my mac and cheese. What do you think? We'll have to do a trial test with it. Oh, here's the ball right here. Man, this thing gets so dirty. Wow. The cooking surface, let's make sure everything's off. Let's use some of these blue towels that I got for Christmas. Get this thing cleaned off just a little bit before we use it. All right, here we go, folks. Complete, honest, unbiased opinion. It's good. I prefer albacore tuna, big time, over pink salmon. This salmon also had it was really a strong fish smell in the van. So I've been dealing with that all night, and we might be dealing with that for a while. Tastes really good. It's got good flavor. I don't know, I think I prefer tuna, albacore. I don't like, what's the regular, just like regular tuna? I like albacore tuna. Yeah, I would do that over pink salmon. We tried it. Has a real, the flavor's good. It's got a big fishy aftertaste and the fish smell. Normal albacore tuna, I don't get that like fishy smell. Cooking this in here, I 100% do. Probably won't do this again. It's good. Well, now we know. Oh, trying to get some light on the subject. There we go. Good morning, folks. Oh, absolutely brutal night of sleep. Trying to share the bed with these two dogs. They didn't want to be down on the floor. It's cold. It is. The floor is freezing. My thing is saying 63 up here. Oh, god dang it. Sorry about that. There we go. My thermostat saying 63 up here right in front of the heater. Down on the floor, it's chilly. And they didn't want to be down there last night. So here, I'll show you folks. That's where we slept last night, all three of us. They're still pretty tired. They're tucked in there pretty good. I am going to make coffee this morning in camp. It is a pretty good drive to get to the first convenience store. We got a few things we got to get picked up. It is not a very nice day out. Right now the temperature I believe is 5 with it feels like of -3, and we're supposed to maybe get some more snow. But it won't affect us. We're going to get packing up here and get rolling on home. All right, we have, and not in this order, I just did a little pickup outside, and while I was doing that, letting the dogs go to the bathroom, we had coffee ready. So cheers, folks. Good morning. Great way to start the day right here. Oh my, that tastes so good. I'm doing a Folgers Black Silk. Oh man, it's so cold. So I was able, when I get outside the van, I have cell service, and I got on WeatherBug, and it is 9 degrees with it feels like a 1. I'm saying it's a little bit colder here. We have the wind coming off that water, and I bet that's a good 4 to 5 degrees colder. It doesn't matter, it's cold. I gotta get the dogs fed. I've got Sookie's food here, and then we have Navy's food. We're not in a huge hurry to get on the road, so we're gonna just pace ourselves through getting stuff picked up and get moving here. It is not a very pretty day in camp. We have those low overhanging clouds, and like I said, it's just supposed to get up to 20 and be some flurries today. Suck your spoon. There's Sookie's food. We do a hip and joint chew for Sookie. Probably should start doing it for Navy too. We have noticed that does help a little bit with her arthritis and stuff. And then she also gets a dog allergy pill. She, if we don't give her a Benadryl, her ears get all whacked out. We are close. The dogs are hanging out. Sookie's in a good spot. Navy's in a good spot. I got a couple more things. I just wanted to show you, man, I've set this water out here for 5 minutes, and it is that frozen already. It is cold out here. God dang. It is chilly. We are getting through it, but it is a cold one. Got to get this put away, the rug, and the levelers, and I think that's about it. We'll be getting on the road here shortly. It's kind of cool when you get out and camp quite a bit. You start developing some favorites and some things you're definitely looking for. Oldham is right up there. This is one of my top campgrounds, easily. Not too far from home, in the Les Hills here. It's got power, it's 20 bucks a night, super quiet. I love being next to a body of water, you know, having, even though it's a little farm pond type thing, just having a little water here, it's just enough. And I was really glad this time we got the dogs out. We'll be back here again. I know we will. I like this spot. And we really haven't explored much with this place. Every time we've come, last time we were here, it was super windy, and wasn't it getting cold? And this time, man, it's just chilly. So there's not a whole lot of hiking going on. Folks, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate every single one of you. Willow Lake turned out to be a huge bust. That was a bummer. I would have really liked to have stayed there. Folks, thank you again so much. Everybody stay safe. Have a great week. We'll see you on our next adventure. This little wild ride we're on in the Midwest. Keep this train moving.
I heard you crying loud all the way across town. You've been searching for that someone, and it's me out on the prowl. As you sit around feeling sorry worry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now. Enjoy your one-hit eyes. I'm just roaming for the moment, sneezing my backyard's a tight cat. So uptight you've been thinking about ditching me. No time to search the world.